From Amateur Radio Newsline Report, number 2108, these are the Ham Nation headlines for Wednesday, March 28, 2018. As tornadoes swept through Alabama Monday, March 19th, hams across North and East Alabama assisted the National Weather Service offices in Huntsville and Birmingham.
Amateur radio operators and members of the North Alabama and Southern Middle Tennessee Skywarn Group linked up multiple repeaters to cover that entire region and assisted the Huntsville NWS office with reports on multiple tornadoes that struck North Alabama. Also, amateur radio operators in East Alabama on the WB4GNA repeater atop Mount Cheaha, the tallest peak in the state, assisted not only with passing storm reports but also with volunteer efforts in the wake of a major tornado that struck the city of Jacksonville, Alabama, as well as other portions of East Alabama late Monday night. As of last report, volunteers were headed to Jacksonville from as far away as Anniston, Oxford, and Birmingham, Alabama, to assist in rescue efforts. All in all, though, considering the fact that the Storm Prediction Center had much of Alabama under a marginal risk for severe weather, things could have been much worse. For Amateur Radio Newsline, reporting from Jacksonville, Alabama, I'm Bobby Best, WX4 ALA.
Volunteerism has always been a hallmark of amateur radio. Here's another opportunity for hams to be helpful.
What are you doing May 17th through May 20th? If Hamvention is included in any of your plans for those days, you may want to think about helping out the AMSAT Hamvention team, which is looking for help in setting up or staffing the AMSAT booth during the event at the Greene County Fairground and Expo Center in Xenia, Ohio. If you aren't sure how to assist at the booth when visitors stop by, AMSAT has plenty of Elmers to train you. And if you just want to help with setup or teardown, that's okay too. Contact Phil Smith, W1EME, if you're interested in being part of the AMSAT presence in Ohio this year. Email him at W1EME@amsat.org. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Stephen Kinford, NAWB.
Any ham radio operator can appreciate the power of code, even if they themselves have never touched a straight key. One exhibit in the UK has taken the appeal of code several steps further.
A new exhibit at Bletchley Park doesn't just show an important part of World War II history, the way it happened. The exhibit has been established on the very site where that history took place. Stepping inside the Bletchley Park building known as Hut 11A, visitors will be able to learn the story of the bomb machine located there to help Allied intelligence crack the mysteries of the Enigma code and decrypt Nazi messages during the Second World War. The now historic team behind that effort comprised Alan Turing, Gordon Welshman and several others. The exhibit invites museum visitors to, quote, discover the truth and stand where they stood, end quote. The exhibit is permanent, and so hopefully there will be plenty of time to do just that. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jeremy Bucci for NJH.
And another reminder that the 2018 nominating period for the Bill Pasternak WA6ITF Amateur Radio Newsline Young Ham of the Year Award is open. You'll find full information and the nominating form on our website, www.arnewsline.org. Just look at the top under the YHOTY tab. And for the rest of this week's Amateur Radio News, please listen to the full Amateur Radio Newsline report online on a repeater near you or on shortwave radio station WTWW at 9930 and 5085 kilohertz. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at www.arnewsline.org. With Bobby Best, WX4ALA, Stephen Kinford, N8WB, Jeremy Boot, G4NJH, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wellbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.